Welcome back to another week. For those that saw last week's episode, you know that I had a very tough week, so I kind of did something a little bit different. This week, back to our normally scheduled programming, and what a week it was. Let's get started. Sunday, I went to brunch with my friend Neville, a couple of other friends that I've known for a minute. We had a great time at brunch. While we were walking around and we went to a nail salon to get little manicures and pedicures, Neville was just sitting in the seat and came up with this idea of, let's go to Vegas. Out of nowhere, he was just randomly like, I want to take a trip. I want all my close friends there. I want to have a great time, make memories, have an experience. Everyone was just like, are you serious? Like, really? Are you going to pay for all the girls to go on a trip? I'm down. Next thing you know, the trip gets changed to Puerto Rico. Monday night, 8 of us go to the airport and we get on a plane and we go to Puerto Rico. And then Matt joins us from LA. And then the next day, Lamont joins us from Baltimore, and it's 10 of us in Puerto Rico. Oh, what a time to be alive. It was the best time ever. The fact that it was so random of a trip and that it happened in the middle of the week, it was one of the best experiences I probably could have ever had in my entire life, and I'm so happy that I went on that trip. I learned a lot about myself as well on the trip, and I think that if I did not go on that trip, I wouldn't have came to these certain conclusions. Definitely, thank you, Neville. Big shout out to you. I really enjoyed myself. That was like literally the best. Awesome. Like I told you all a couple of weeks ago, my uncle passed away. We had my uncle's funeral on Thursday. It was a nice service. It was a really beautiful service. My father did a wonderful job. Also, congratulations to my father on becoming a deacon. Said some beautiful words, and I saw a different side of him, and I was very thankful for that opportunity to see my father in a different light. Of course, no one likes funerals, but just being able to be amongst my family again and being able to see everyone, you always have to look at the good and the bad, and I will say that was a good highlight to see them. Saturday, I had a photo shoot. That's why if you can see my face, like my eyebrows, like I had a photo shoot on Saturday, and it was amazing. I got to work with an extraordinary photographer, Yama. It was like probably one of my favorite photo shoots. Like I seriously had a fun time. Pictures from what I saw were amazing. I told you all before the last photo shoot, this one, hands down, trumps it. I shouldn't have said Trump. I need to remove the word Trump from my vocabulary, period. The photo shoot was awesome. Here's a little sneak peek. This is a photo that I took behind the scenes after the photo shoot was done and did a little bit of editing, so this is not one of the official photos, but it kind of gives you a feel of what it is. Like I said, this week was definitely a very good week. It was a better week than last week. It definitely had its low points. It had its low points for sure. And I'm just learning to work through it. It's just one thing I did realize about this week is that I am exhausted. I am mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted. I don't like to take care of myself the way that I should. I just go. I don't really eat properly. I mean, my sleep, I do get a lot of sleep. I ain't gonna lie there. One thing a boy can do is sleep. But, I don't eat properly. I don't have a good diet. And I am always smoking. I smoke cigarettes and other things very frequently. And on top of that, like, I drink, I don't drink that much, but I still do drink. And when I do drink, I kind of can drink a lot. So I'm putting all this wear and tear on my body, and yet I don't like going to the doctors. I have this fear of doctors that every time you go, they always find something wrong, or it's just, I know that being an adult, you're gonna have to do things that you don't want to do or that you don't like doing. But for the betterment of yourself, you have to know what's going on. You know, I mean, my uncle had a massive heart attack. That's how he passed away, and he would have been 50 years old this year. And when you really think about it, I'm only 25 years away from 50. And for me to think that I've lived already half my life, if I was to pass away at 50, I want to live a full life, and I want to know what's going on with me. So I've learned this week that I need to take care of myself, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I need to get the help that I need to get in order to be a better Brian. So please, if you don't know what's going on inside of you, go find out. Go see what's going on in your brain. It's okay if you talk to a therapist or a counselor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, whoever. Go figure out what's eating you up inside, what makes you always tick, what makes you do this. You know, there's reasonings behind everything, and we may not be able to understand those reasonings all the time, but there are resources out there, and we need to take advantage of it. If you don't know your status as far as your HIV status or STDs, go get tested. It doesn't take much for you to contract the disease, but it takes a lot for you to live with it. So knowing what's going on inside of you, it's important. And I really can't stress that enough. Please, get yourself checked out. Not for me, not for your parents, not for anyone else, but for yourself. Highs and lows of the week. High of the week. Of course, for me, the high of the week would be going to Puerto Rico. Being in Puerto Rico, definitely the highlight of the year. No, seriously though. Low of the week. Having to say goodbye to my uncle. Seeing him in the casket, he looked peaceful. You know, he looked good. And it's unfortunate that he had to leave us, but everything happens for a reason, and God's timing, you can't control. So that's the end of part 1. Please, please, please make sure you all check out my social media pages. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my other videos, like and comment. Also tell your friends, and please do not forget to check out part 2 of this video for this week so that you can see my top picks. I have some really good top picks, and I weigh in on a very hot topic that was happening this week, and I felt very strongly about it. But you have to see part 2 to find out what I felt about it. Alright y'all, well, I'll see y'all later. Bye!